What up? What up?
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you?
In the
Welcome
building.
to another Saturdays.
Rockin', Knicks Corner.
Knicks Corner.
Hit that music.
Hitting it, brother.
Yo, what's up, people? What is up, coach?
Party people. First and foremost, rest in peace, Bismarcky.
I knew you were going to do that, bro.
Long Island strong. You know I had to, brother.
Always, bro. Always, bro.
You know what I mean? And, like, we knew it was coming, unfortunately, but even to hear it actually happen sucks. You know what I mean?
Definitely
And
does,
my wife, she's a little younger than me, so like I came up in like, really Sugar Hill, Melly Mel, but then she came up with vapors. You know what I mean?
Right. I've seen a lot of people searching for that yesterday.
Yeah, and I mean, and I was there when it was popping, you know what I mean? I'm in Queens. I'm like, yo, all this is hot. And here she comes from Maryland and she's vibing. And so she was like really bugged out when it happened. And just personal note, I actually met Biz a couple of times.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
He was living in Maryland. He was DJing down there. And I was the store manager at the Blockbuster that he was a part of. So
Blockbuster, bro.
Blockbuster, man. I'm telling you, I met Lele from SWV working at a Blockbuster. I met Delroy Lindo working at a Blockbuster. I met
taking it back.
Oh God, the dude, the black hair, the brother with the bald head from Sesame Street. Oh my God, Gordon was at a Blockbuster. I met George Benson. I mean, dude, I met a lot of people. Charlie Murphy, God rest. I met a lot of people at Blockbuster, bro.
Wow,
bro,
that is a lot, man.
Yeah, man. So enough of that.
I didn't get to meet nobody at my Blockbuster. My Blockbuster, there was a little bit of something else going down, man. We were partying it up, bro. Clocking out,
the block.
We turned up, bro. We would put music on the loudspeakers, set up beer pong tables in between the aisles, and we had ourselves a night, bro. It was funny, man. It was good times back at Blockbuster days.
One time, I actually turned the manager's pit into an open bar for all my I'm sitting there tending bar for my colleagues and stuff. Yo, everybody.
That's funny, man.
I knew I messed up when one of the younger dudes was on the phone with his girlfriend because this was kind of still during work hours.
Right.
And he was cussing her out on the phone. I'm like, "Ooh, we got to cut him off."
Yeah, too much.
Yo, he was. Yeah. Brandon was extra. Oh, too big shout.
Yeah. Right. And so listen, to wrap that up, big rest in peace to Biz Marquis. And I want to change the vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So we got a big special guest this week, coming all the way out from the West Coast. That's why, we switched up the start time here to 3 p.m. So I appreciate everybody that's checking in with us right now. Alan, what's up? Let's do it, man. Let's bring our guest on. You want to introduce him? You want to drop a crowd? How do you want to do this?
You introduce him. I'll bring him in.
All right, man. Listen.
Back again.
Oh, man, you're going to get some beatboxing going?
What's up, Alan? Thank you for watching, brother.
So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we have the great CK2K in the building. Welcome to the stage. What is up, man?
You were supposed to wait for me to hit the button because you messed up my graphic, but that's okay. Hey.
There it is.
Oh, man. What's up?
What's happening, bro? Good to see you in almost person.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, it's close. Hopefully, we get closer next season. But yeah, man, glad to finally see y'all, man. What's up?
Man, it's been a long time coming. That's for sure.
Yo, I'm honored to have you on the show. A long-time fan. Let's keep it a buck, bro. You've been on the grind for a long minute. You know what I mean?
You.
I'm new on the scene, you know what I mean? And I've been watching you work. And, first of all, salute to your grind. That's just real.
Appreciate it. Thank
you.
you.
Know
Thank
what I
you.
mean?
Thank you. It means a lot. It means a lot. Yeah. And like I say all the time, I appreciate that. It means a lot. But I love seeing, everybody, like, especially from our Knicks family, coming out and making content one way or another, whether it's the podcast, whether it's just, on Twitter and stuff like that. I just love seeing us coming out and representing our team the right way, especially in this day and age we're in right now where they're throwing all these rumors and all these other people want to believe this and that. But we're out here believing the real thing and appreciating what we got right now after all these long years we've had of bad Knicks basketball. It's a turnaround. So I love this. I love that y'all came together and made this podcast. Y'all doing your individual things. So, yeah, I love it, man.
Forming like Voltron, fam.
Definitely, man. Absolutely. And this is such a good time to come together, too. You know what I mean? After such a great season. And, I mean, I definitely feel like the culture is changed. You know what I'm saying? We've definitely taken that next step. So I feel like it's just such a good time now to take it and just ride with it. You know what I mean? Ride these good feelings out. Like, we've been waiting for it for how long? And I'm ready to keep it going and feeling good.
Right.
I'm upset I don't got a drink right here.
Same, man. I got
Damn,
water.
Coach, man. During the commercial, I might have to go grab some.
There you go. And it's a Knicks glass, if y'all can see it.
I saw that, yeah.
It's the Knicks glass, yes.
That's how we do
it,
man.
Okay. Wait. Knicks mouse pad. Yo, it's real in here.
My place, but I always have my Knicks hat with me. I got the Knicks drip with me, and because it's hot where I'm at, I got the brand new city RJ Barrett jersey. That's all the Knicks I got. That's all I got.
That's all you need right there. That's all you need. I got the socks to go with that. So
there you go. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, I like all that kit. All that kit stuff that came out this year I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
It really was.
All right, so
that's Steve Stout right there.
How'd you feel about the city apparel this season?
Yeah, let me keep it a buck, just in case I get anybody that subscribe to my channel coming in like, CK, that's not true. First, I with it at the very first. I love the black, but the circle was just different. It was just a different vibe for me, so I had to get used to that. But once we saw them on the jersey, on the players, and then we were playing the games and stuff like that, and you're seeing like the sleeves and everything match with it, the shoes. We got RJ with the Pumas on. We had Julius out there rocking the different Kobe's. Like it's different, so you had to get one. Yeah. So shout out to Kid, and it's Steve, like you said, Steve Stout knew what he was doing with this one. It just took some time, but yeah,
Dipset, bro.
Dipset,
and now we're about to have a freaking versus live at MSG. I mean,
crazy. I saw that.
Yo, that's going to be like the rowdiest one yet. Like, keep it up. I mean,
I can't wait for that.
And Dipset? Word?
I know, dude. That's going to be awesome, man.
It's going to be a show. So they chose the right one. They chose the right one.
That's going to be the reemergence of hood rats. We ain't had hood rats.
2000s hip hop is just coming all the way back.
Yeah, no, not even. What came before Thought? What came before Thought?
Man, I was out of the loop, bro.
No, right? Thotties.
I think there's a transitional one. There's one between hood rats and Thotties. I forgot what it was. Oh God, Joe
anybody
Buttons.
In the comments, throw something out here, man.
It's a Joe Buttons. I think he did a song or something like that. It's a Joe Buttons.
I'm so mad that I can't think of it right now.
Let's see in the comment section. Anybody in the comments, y'all know yet? No, that wasn't it. But what's happening, New York Knicks? NL, what's happening?
Yo, Urson, what's up, man? Urson's always checking in. Nah, it wasn't Smuts. Knicks chat.
Nah. It was something else. Because there's been episodes, situations.
Yo, I say we let's come back to it because I'm
we gotta circle back because
I'm gonna marinate on this. I ain't letting this go.
You know what? We're gonna go into that. But before we go into the Nick rumors, we got CK2K in the building. We gonna hit a Nick commercial real quick because we popping. We got like 25 people.
And I need a drink.
Hey. You go get your tasty beverage. We'll be right back after this.
Let's do it.
It's the fourth quarter. We're down by 1. no seconds left. And you gotta eat your breakfast. So what you gotta get is that RJ Barrett crunch time. That's right, boys and girls, it's crunch time. Get your wonderful breakfast on right before school. You're not gonna be late because the food is gonna just devour itself and just evaporate right in your mouth and give you all the nutrition you need because it's crunch time. That's right. RJ Barrett, crunch time, straight from Kellogg's and them. The folks that gave you them Rice Krispies and things. You feel me? Crunch time, baby. Go get you a bowl, go get you two. Go win for your team, win for your school. Crunch time.
That'll never get old.
That's so good. That's so good.
I love it, man.
Unfortunately, no, you cannot buy crunch time. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section. My man Crossfly Paper had a dead to rights jump off, is what I was talking about.
My man. Sometimes when we're on the show, you know what I'm saying? You try to keep things going. We can't think of these things that are out here. You know what I mean? Left field.
But that's why we got followers of the marvelous fan base, yo. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all.
For sure.
All right.
Yo,
so
CK,
now that we're back, hit it.
We gotta ask you, man, because we know, Knicks Twitter knows, YouTubers know. You ride hard for the Lonzo to New York train, right? That Zo to New York hashtag. So tell me a little bit about like your mindset behind it. Like, where are you coming from perspective wise?
So here's my thing with Zo. Obviously, I'm a Zo fan, but I'm a Knicks fan first, right? And the beauty about Lonzo Ball is he improves the Knicks, and that's what I feel like is most important for us at point guard position.
Definitely. Gotta move the needle.
100%, and I think that's something that we saw last year. Like fourth place, we got the fourth seed in the East, and our ball movement was high. It wasn't that great. We didn't have tremendous point guard play. Quickly was doing some good stuff at point guard when we gave him that opportunity. D Rose had to end up being the hero for us because Elfrid Payton was giving us some ho hum minutes. And then the fast break was hit or miss with us. So I just feel like, with the amount of guys that we have scoring, and if we're able to bring back like Rose and quickly stepping up another year, and then Lord only knows what happens with the draft and who else we get in free agency. I just want a guy, and Lonzo Ball to me is just the number one option because we're not only getting somebody that can facilitate and pass first, but we're also getting a young guard that's not going to be a rental yet again, because I feel like that's what we've been doing for the last few years. We're renting these point guards, and then that's it. And then we on to the next one. We never have a solidified point guard position. So to me, for what Lonzo Ball does for the team defensively, passing, and also spreading out the floor so RJ can then bring the ball up. Jules can still bring the ball up, and Lonzo's not a liability on the court because he can spot up and shoot that thing. He can move to the spot and get the shot up. So to me, I just feel like it opens up the team so much more, and the fit just makes too much sense for me. I get for Thibodeau, that's probably the one gray area because I know Tibbs is more. He likes those attacking point guards. I mean, that's predominantly the reason why Elfrid Payton started so much because apparently he loved how Elfrid Payton got to the rim and all that, and we know the history with him and Derrick Rose, but. Just for the building of this team right now, the structure we have for this team and the direction we're going, it's just like we're young, we have the athleticism, we got to utilize it. And I feel like Lonzo Ball is the guy that points that needle in that direction. So to me, it's black and white. Again, it doesn't have to be just Lonzo Ball. There's a billion rumors out there, but Lonzo Ball to me is the most realistic. All the rumors, I don't know what to believe. So that's definitely the one I point my finger at for sure.
Now, before I know Coach is definitely going to have a rebuttal to this because I know who his guy is. But in a world right now where there's so many different options, there's no clear-cut way, right? Like Lonzo's not the only option. So what I like to pose, right, is say you take Lonzo off the table. What is your next, scenario that you would prefer to see moving forward?
That's
do you look? Yeah, because it's like now, do you look towards a veteran or somebody out there or somebody younger, like a Reggie Jackson, or I don't want to throw any names out, that maybe you're thinking of. So I'll let you take it from here. I know.
So that's where it gets tough. Because you're good. No, you're good. Because that's where it gets tough because then the trade market, like what is wrong with stock? You know what I mean? Like I openly admit I'm not crazy about these sexy rumors we've been hearing, but I'm also not an idiot knowing that Sexton would be a damn upgrade for us at the point guard position, point and off guard, whichever position they end up putting him at. It's anything's better than what we've been dealing with. You know,
that's the thing.
My issue. That right there, and I don't mean to cut you off, brother, but that's the part. That's my issue. Anything is better than what we had. Why are we continuing to talk about what we had? We know good and well we're not going to have that anymore. So we all know, to include the front office and the coaching staff and everybody involved with the current Knicks organization, knows that we're going to upgrade from that. So let's not. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
We were surprised last summer. So I don't know. I guess it's still
that's the only thing I was thinking.
But
things have changed.
Unfortunately, the last real snapshot of this whole conundrum we saw was last season into this season. So we've got a lot of that in our minds. But you have to look at, number one, what we were able to achieve, even with the anchor holding us back.
Right.
And by playoffs, and even by the end of the season into the playoffs, even Tibbs had enough. So, I mean, because honestly, if Tibbs, if Peyton is his guy like that, why did when he benched him, we never saw him again?
Yeah.
So I don't think he's this guy like full flat tires. He
was just the guy that was there to help.
He precipitated a purpose, right? So he's not going to be here.
So, Coach, what you're saying is you're not a fan of the Sexton rumors?
No, but
I'm not disagreeing with you.
There's still a percentage of coach that would be okay with it. That's
where I'm at. And that only thing is my percentage just went up a little bit, but I'm not. I'm picking on that, Coach.
I'm not against the guy. Mm-hmm. Pardon me. I'm not against the guy. I am against the fit, but mainly because of a couple of things. Now, whether he is a locker room thing or not, I don't know. I don't know all the information on that.
Right.
But more importantly, I like RJ at the 2.
Yeah.
And I think Colin is better at the 2 than he is at the 1.
Yeah.
I think, again, for me, it's the same situation as Quickly. I don't necessarily want my most fluid scorers to be stuck having to make plays for other people and slow down the ball and dribble and stuff like that when they could be flying around the court, getting open for their shot and doing exactly.
Yeah.
So again, if the argument is we'll move RJ at the 3 because arguably we need a dynamic 3.
Mm-hmm.
So if the argument is we like RJ at the 3, then we'll bring Sexton in at the 2 and then have Sexton and Quickly as a combination coming off the bench, what have you. Okay. But we still need a point guard. So again, to me, Sexton doesn't facilitate the need of a point guard. He facilitates the need of a dynamic scorer.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, that's fine. But if I'm starving, hungry, and I got a couple of dollars to go food shopping, the first thing I'm not going to do is buy some candy. I'm going to go get some milk and some bread first.
Hey, that's an analogy right there. I like that one. Hey, okay, I'm with that one, Coach.
So once I get my bread and my milk, then I can go get my snacks, and we good. And now I'm living fantastic at home. I got, you know what I mean? I got my nourishment.
The 25% lifesavers at the counter. You know what I'm saying? With whatever you got left, you good.
Exactly.
Those
are those vets. I like that. You can get the little lifesavers at the counter. I like that.
On your way out, man. You know,
on your way
left.
out. Exactly.
He said those are the vets.
But you see what I'm saying? We got a couple of dollars left. We'll scoop these guys up, kind of like how the Lakers did last year.
Facts.
Now, coach is big on the Lowry situation. You know what I mean? He'd like to take Lowry if that was the out there for the taking and go in that direction for now, right? So, Coach, if Lowry's not there, right, he gets locked up Toronto another year for whatever reason, or somebody else comes along and pays him money, he doesn't fall to New York. What is your next option?
Well, before I do that, I definitely want to go to 24 seconds comment real quick because no, I'm not underrating Sexton.
No one is. I don't think any of us are.
No. Again, I think
just playing
when
with
people
the fit.
hear me say I don't want him to play point guard, they're saying, "Oh, see, look, you took that off the table. You're handcuffing him." I personally think handcuffing him is giving him the ball and having him to make plays for Julius Randle and others.
Right. It's
I
just
think
a different perspective.
this is just my feelings. If I feel letting him have the quote unquote reins is letting him loose.
Right.
Not making him into something. So again, y'all feel how you feel, and that's cool. You know what I mean? I'm not underrating him at all. I think he's a dynamic player. You know, he's young, so I can't really call him a great player and all this other stuff because he's got to earn that.
Right.
You know, and I'm sorry, it's kind of easier to make a lot of points on a bad team.
Right.
You know, because you're the one shooting the ball mostly.
Right.
Because you got to do something because nobody else can score. So, you know, but again, now to your question, Danny, and I dig that question as well. If we can't get a guy that I feel like can facilitate and get everybody going right now, then Lonzo is a good idea. You know, I'm not in the Kemba Walker
bag.
I was gonna say that was my next
I'm not
question,
in the Reggie Jackson bag. Because
I don't hate Reggie Jackson.
No, again, I don't hate him. I don't hate him at all. I just for Reggie, I need to see another season of it before I know it's true.
I agree there. You got to prove it's consistent. You got to
because it hasn't been.
To stay. Right.
It just honestly I mean, even if you go back to his role at the beginning of the season on that team, you know, it's he's got to prove it. They didn't even believe in him then. So
he turned it on the playoffs. That was it. Because during the regular season, he was on and off. He was up and down. He was like a hill. You know. But at the same time, though, he turned it on at the right time. So that's why I'm giving him the brownie points that he gets. Because it's like, all right, but at the same, like you're saying, you got to give me more of that throughout the 72 or 82. Sorry, we're going back to 82, I guess. But I agree with you guys on that. And even then, though, like as much I do like Reggie Jackson, we go that route. But if the price tag is what people are thinking the price tag is going to be,
which
I don't know if I'm giving him starter money.
Not yet. Again, you just got here, homie.
I'm saying
right. That's exactly it.
Right.
That's exactly it. He just got exactly. So he's got to prove it a little bit more before he commands that big bag. So I totally get that. Man, now, is there any situation that either of you guys see the Knicks getting Dame without losing RJ?
No.
How?
Because Portland is not a bunch of knuckleheads that don't know what they're doing.
Right.
Now, they're not going to want to rebuild with just a bunch of picks. They're going to want to have some pieces so that the people will come to the stadium to watch the games.
They might have to try to pry Sam Presti over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
That's the case.
I mean, honestly, this is going to be a 3-team deal.
Yeah, I think
so. Even then, we still losing RJ.
I think, yeah.
Unfortunately. Even if
I don't see it without RJ either.
So I'd love us to not be a part of that 3-team deal.
Agreed. And the reason I asked that is because there's a narrative out there, right, where if Dame is requesting out, forcing his way out exactly in the way that Harden did, that drives the price down. And I think so too, but that's it. Not that much. It doesn't do it enough to get a deal right without RJ.
They are not going to do a Harden deal. I'm still surprised to this day that deal went through, but keep it a buck. They did get John Wall.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now, regardless how we feel about John Wall as a player and all that,
it's
his numbers are still there. Right. Because the thing is, his production is there. It's just when you look at the contract, you're like, oh my God. But the dude is not a bum.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's a really squared away player.
And I think that's the fear with. I don't mean to bring in another guard, but Russell Westbrook. I think that's the problem with him too. Like people go in. I feel like Twitter goes way too hard on Russell Westbrook.
He is a great damn player.
That's one thing. The only thing that doesn't attract me to him is like you just mentioned with John Wall, it's that contract. That's literally all it is. Like if there was 1 year left, the other thing. But that's crazy.
Him is he's not a scorer. He is a master general of the floor. He's going to get everybody involved to get rebounds and stuff, but don't look for him for 20-plus points a night because that's not Russell. That's just not his game. He's not going to give you that. He's going to give you like Simmons numbers as far as offensive production, but then he'll have explosive games where he gives you more.
Right.
That's why him and Beal, to me, quiet as kept, was freaking perfect. If they could just get like one more player around them, that's going to be a really formidable team because you got a knucklehead scorer.
They started clicking at the end of the season.
They really did because remember, my wife's a wizard. My wife's a wizard, so I watch all of those games too. You know what I mean?
I got that.
They were getting healthy. They weren't healthy all year.
That's a big part of it.
The big monkey wrench was Thomas Bryant going down early.
Yep. Rui was in and out all season long.
Yep.
And then when he came back, he was huge.
Rui's got game too. He just got to stay healthy. I'm telling you, that team, don't sleep on the Wizards. You know, and I'm not saying that because she will be watching this later and she'll hit me. You know,
they need to get some more vets because my problem with them is they just got like after those names we just talked about, then they just got a lot of on that team. That's the problem. So they got to bring in some of these vets like
Raul Netos and stuff.
Or the Netos. You know, bring back Ishmael if he can come out like those kind of guys to fill out that roster. Because when you get the vets along with the young pieces they got, and Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook, like who knows?
And then they lost Advia like toward the end of the season.
It was injuries, man.
And my wife will be mad if I don't bring this up. That team was hit by COVID probably the most. They had the most COVID protocol issues throughout the season.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
If not the number 1, 2, or 3, they were highly up there because every time you turned around, somebody was out because of COVID protocols. Beal had to sit for protocols. Westbrook had to sit for protocol. Wizards went through it and still made the playoffs.
Yep, 100%. So I think that man, let's move to the finals. Let's go. We got game 5 tonight. Bucks and Suns. It's tied up, but it's now the best of 3. And what do you guys think is going to happen here? First of all, who did you have to begin with, and has your thought on who's going to be the victor changed at all in these first 4 games? And let me start with you, CK.
Okay, yes, sorry. I had Phoenix. To come in. I'd said whoever was coming out of the West, that was my choice between them and the Clippers. And to be real, right now, so everyone's winning the games they're supposed to win, right? So it's not much of a surprise. It's not scary or anything like that. I think right now everybody's on the Bucks right now because they were the ones to win more recently. But to me, I don't know. Right now, it's a battle of the home courts. I don't expect Chris Paul to have another game like that tonight. I'd be very surprised if he does that back to back. Like I said, I just feel like the Suns are gonna win this one against today. I don't know. This one could be one where it's just every home game goes to the home team, and then that means the Suns win.
A lot of people saying that.
But
saying that.
But with that, right now the series went how it's supposed to go 2-2. Everyone won their home game, so I don't feel worried about my choice. I'm sticking with Suns on this one, but I don't think the Bucks are sure. I don't think so at all.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Coach, what are you thinking, man?
Well, I said Bucks in 7 from the beginning of this whole thing, so I'm gonna stick with it. And I also said, and this is why I love, game by game hype. And this is also why I never tweet in game. Y'all will not catch me tweeting live in game.
I have fun with it, man. It's fun.
Nah, me too.
It is. I can't do it because there's too many people that follow me on Twitter that they try to kill you for your takes. Yeah. Yo, everybody gets that Coach, man. Y'all see, they come at me. They be mad.
Yeah, they come at you rough. But no, I feel too. And but the thing is, I did mine on purpose. I said something reckless. I was like, Chris Middleton should get the Finals MVP to win. But I was making it because people who watch me, they know that I've been joking all playoffs long about how Giannis has been great in these playoffs,
Right.
but Middleton's the one that's been sealing the deal.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So then in that same game 4, I said that note with the big OT thing on purpose, and people were killing me. You ain't watching the finals. You ain't paying attention. I was just like, see, I get it. There's no big Giannis.
He's the key for the Bucks.
He is.
I'm saying.
Giannis can put up 40, 45 points, but if Middleton's not contributing the way that he should be, the Bucks don't win.
They don't win.
Jordan and Pippen, y'all.
Exactly. Middleton has been there to back him up, and if he hasn't, they've lost. Yeah. And so I'm going to circle around to myself now. I said Suns. I said the Suns were going to steal one in Milwaukee, which they didn't.
Suns in 5.
Yeah, and obviously that didn't happen. So, but I still see them grabbing the win tonight. And now being in advantage, you know what I mean? Going to be up 3-2. If this happens, they'd be up 3-2. And now you have 2 chances to close it out. You know what I mean? And so at least the ball is in Chris Paul's court a little bit, because I feel like he's had a tough go. A lot of times he gets to, spots where he needs to advance and he comes up short. Happen. So I don't see that happening in this series, though. I really don't.
I'm not going to blame those losses on him solely.
No, he just happens to get the rap for it a lot.
Yeah, exactly, because he's the leader.
It's no blame. It's just like we were talking about with Chris Middleton. It's just if CP3's having a good game, the Suns win. Like, that's all it is. I'm not blaming him.
There's other keys, though.
So once Chris Paul has a Chris Paul game, they won. So I'm not blaming him that they lost because of him, because they were still in the thing. So I'm just saying, like, if Chris Paul shows up, they got the dub. That's it.
Now, I will say this, though.
I like this question, Jay. Shout out to Jay. Always
Jay Legacy, we're going to hit this question in just a second.
Okay.
I will say this about the Bucks. They're probably they're the most successful team to win on the road so far. They've closed games out on the road. So that's why I think they might take it tonight, because someone has to win a road game to decide this.
Right. It's true.
You know what I mean? So unless it goes to 7 and then the Suns win just because they have home court advantage at 7, which again may very well happen if everything continues to go to plan. But from the beginning of this, I said, nah, y'all. They Suns won their 2 games at home because they're supposed to.
You did. I remember you said it too.
Bucks won those. I said the Bucks is going to win those 2 because they're supposed to. It's these next 3 that are up in the air. So if this is going to the floor like I'm seeing, I was right about that. They both won at home like they're supposed to. Now tonight is the brawl. So
tonight is. Let me ask you a real quick question, right? With fans being back into the fold of things, do you think that it has more of an effect on home court advantage in the playoffs than it did earlier in the season when there really wasn't too much, fans, in the crowds at all?
I think it's a bigger impact at this level, because one thing for like seasons in the past where all season long you're having some sellouts, but you're having fans in the stands, but then it gets louder obviously in the playoffs.
Right.
But this year, when you're going from playing empty stadiums, maybe 1,000 people in a stadium, and now packed houses, like you weren't used to that.
You can't help but feel that energy.
Yeah. Exactly.
I totally agree. I think that it's really intensified, and I think it's taken 2-3-fold on because of the fact that everything else is going on personally in the lives. You know what I mean? So now it's just there's that much more hype when they go out to the games, and I think there is that. It just translates. I think it definitely does translate. So CK, usually we keep this to about half an hour or so, but I got one more question.
Before we do that, we got to get to Jay's question.
We got to get Jay.
Let's get to this. Definitely. Let's stay on track.
You first, Danny.
All right. So if they lose, I think it's tough, but I don't think it really tarnishes his legacy too much or the narrative itself, because he still did what he did, because you have to zoom out now, right? And that's the thing is when we're asking these questions right now and we're in the thick of things, it's one perspective, but this is a type of question that you got to really take yourself out of the moment and kind of, because that's the kind of question it is, you know? So you got to kind of look at it from a bird's eye view. So I'm looking at it as like, he still took a young team. He didn't join a super team. He took them all the way to the finals. He got Booker to the finals. You know what I mean? Campaign.
He got Ayton to the finals.
Crowder came. Yeah, exactly. Ayton. Crowder came, you know, and helped out with that. And I think Chris Paul was big on that also in terms of getting him over there to do that. Crowder's a big piece, big playoff piece. You know, so I really don't think the narrative changes too much. I think he's still accomplished a lot. I think that it just is a little bit of a disappointment to him and to his real fans because he was that close. You know what I mean? And it's always eluded him that championship, and he's right here. And it'll definitely be disappointing, like I said, for his immediate, you know, fans if he doesn't. But I don't think it changes the narrative that much. So with that being said, let me pass the buck here.
CK?
You want me to take it?
Yes, sir.
The narrative, to me, the narrative is positive. Even if he loses, I still think the narrative stays positive because he got to the dance. You know, obviously it's going to suck long term. We're going to talk about Chris Paul not ever winning that ring, but there's so many greats in this NBA that have not won a ring. The fact of the matter is, after all the bad luck that he's had in the past, injuries, teammates, whatever the case may be, he finally was able to get there. With this team, especially a Phoenix Suns team, that this is the first time they got to playoffs in a while in the first place, and they climbed all the way to this point. And let's be real, like Chris Paul, he's had some up and down games in the finals, but for the most part, he's only had one bad game, and that was the last one. So I can't put this, like, if they do lose it, put this on Chris Paul so it would tarnish it. Nah, the narrative, if anything, should be nothing but positive. Of course, it would be even more so if he wins, but to the fact to still get to this point at his age, playing at the level that he's playing at right now, like, that to me, that win or lose, this is a positive on his narrative. Of course, you want the win, but I don't think I think if it does change, it goes in the right direction for sure.
This is my issue with ring chasing, and putting the sole value to a player's legacy on championships, because it's a team. Damn it, game at the end of the day, and teams win or lose championships regardless how great certain individual players on that team are. So to hold them to, y'all couldn't win. No, y'all, you see that y'all couldn't win. He wasn't by himself. So don't put that on him. What did he do to get there? Who did he inspire along the way? You know what I mean? That's what great players are supposed to be about. That's what a legacy is. It's not shiny things on the wall. It's the impact. And you want to tell me Chris Paul don't have an impact? Oh, please.
Crazy. Listen, if you don't believe after seeing what he did with OKC and now also with Phoenix, you're just not opening your eyes. You know what I mean? It's just that simple.
You don't want to believe it, right?
Right.
Again, and ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. This is part of the reason why I get in so much trouble on Twitter. I don't give a flying fin what casuals say, but I will see a casual statement and kind of get at them for it. So listen, if casuals are gonna make up stories about Chris Paul to make themselves feel better, do what you gotta do, y'all. But we know y'all don't watch the game, so your opinions don't matter anyway.
Totally agree.
That's just
so go.
CK was waiting for that.
I'm like, you said it. I'm co-signing. That's it. I'm co-signing.
That's great. That's too funny.
All right, so you had another question, Danny.
Yeah, well, the last thing I wanted to bring up was in terms of this new movie that's coming out. What do you guys think about all the hype? What do you guys think about all the hype? You know, have you seen it? Are you going to see it? You know, what are your takes, man? Is people talking crazy out there?
I'm going to be quiet about this one.
You going to stay quiet? Here's the thing.
About this one.
So I didn't get to see it yet because I like I told you, I'm out of town. I'm coming back tomorrow, so I'm going to watch it as soon as I get back. But as far as the hype for it, I think people are going to go. It's going to be like anything that goes on with LeBron James. I think he has an unfair advantage to begin with because it's going to be compared. Regardless if the movie is good, bad, or in between, I don't know. But people are going to be comparing it to the original. And for that reason, I don't know. The hype is going to go Michael Jordan's way either way. I don't know if there's any way he can avoid that. But to me, I just I try and tell people, just go into the movie with fun. Like this is not no Oscar performance movie. LeBron James, though he is probably a bit of a better actor than Michael Jordan was, he's still not an actor. So, like I said, I'm just gonna go into it enjoying it, looking for whatever nostalgia they throw at us.
Yep.
But I think the hype is definitely deserved. I just feel like LeBron in this movie ain't gonna get a fair shake, regardless if it's a phenomenal movie or not. Again, I have not seen it. But that's the thing, and that's why I don't like that people are calling this Space Jam 2, because it's not Space Jam 2. It's another Space Jam.
It's Space Jam Legacy.
A new legacy.
See again, dude. Because the other one I can't mess with, so a new legacy. Dude, listen. All right. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna take all of that.
Bad rap, man.
Yeah, but he puts himself into rap to be bad, fam.
All right, that's fair enough. He does at times.
Did he have to? Wait, hold on. Did he have to do a Space Jam? Could he have done something else? And then,
honestly, if I was him, I would have went the Nickelodeon route. I would have went the Nickelodeon route.
Wouldn't that been crazy? I said the same thing.
But so hear me.
Like, why just jock the host,
You personally picked your, mighty Heat fan, whatever. You picked him and his work to redo.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you going in,
that's a good art. I can't fight you.
You paired that. You knew this is going to be paired going in. You could have done anything, and you chose this.
Yeah, it's true.
And then you say a new legacy, like you're rewriting something again, bruh. Like, so that's my issue with that. But my son saw it yesterday. Him and his crew. They 14 and 13.
What they think?
His buddy DeMarcus thought it was better than the first one, but my son was like, "Nah, the first one was better, but this was good."
He's got that coach fire in him, man. He's like, nah, it wasn't better, but it was all right.
But it was good. Yeah, I respect it.
He was like, what he said was the second one. He was like, this one had the jokes were there. But he's like, Dad, I'm 14. That's little kid jokes. To me, it was,
I'm expecting that.
Right. But for him, the original Space Jam was right as his ilk and all of that. So that's fair. But he put me and my wife in a quandary because we have literally no plans to see it. I'm older than him. I'm not trying to see Space Jam, just to be honest with you.
I'm down to watch it. Just to watch
I know you got the jersey, so there you go. I mean,
this is the original. You know what I'm saying?
I'm anime these days. Give me Crying Freeman. Give me somebody with some anime and a knife and a gun, and I'm great.
Okay. Yo, and that first Space Jam, man, so classic.
It is.
It really is.
But now we gotta watch it because he won't tell us his favorite parts or nothing until we see it.
Okay. That's fair enough, man. You got to give him that,
That's good. That means
you're
doing a good job as a father because you taught your kid to not spoil any damn movies. That's good for him, man.
Yeah, he can't keep no secrets, but he keeping this one.
He's trying to get you. That's why. He's trying to get you.
Nah, my son is aces though. He's a good cat, yo.
That's funny.
That's awesome, bro.
Oh man, awesome. I have ignored the comment section. Oh my god. So I gotta catch up.
Oh, I got some of these up there.
Oh Lord. LeBlanc.
Yo,
that's funny. Oh.
Yo, chill.
Wow.
Yo, he will. I think he will.
Yeah.
When all is said and done and he retires, I think he's gonna definitely look to keep doing something. He's absolutely gonna take advantage of his status for sure.
Yeah. And let's be real too. Warner Brothers gave this man the bag.
Oh, that.
Everything you said is right. He should have gone another route.
But they gave him the bag. Here you go, sir.
On, man.
That's the biggest reason.
They said give us this big advertisement for Warner Brothers, please. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody watching Looney Tunes. But look, we're gonna throw some Game of Thrones in there. Everybody love Harry Potter. Fast and the Furious just came out like that. They know, I get what you're saying, and I completely agree. Like, bring something that is relevant to the kids today, like to do the same type of thing, basketball, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to you ain't stupid. You ain't stupid.
Yeah, but again, go get your bag. That's fine.
Right,
don't try to shuck away or shy away from what's gonna come.
And that's why he did it.
Of what
they brought it to him.
I can't fight you on that. That's facts.
So if you don't want to be compared to Michael, don't do stuff Michael did.
That's facts.
You know what I mean?
He does do himself a lot.
LeBron James, come fly with me.
Like, I don't like that he wore 23. I'm like, no, be yourself. Like, when he brought the 6, I'm like, dope. Keep that. I understand why you wore 23 back in Cleveland. You started there, 23, fine. That's fine. But then, like, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the 23 thing because I'm like you. Like, I want LeBron to be LeBron. To get the hate because he's trying to be like Michael. But you're right. He puts himself in the position one too many times, and he gets hate for it. So there's only so much we can defend on that. So I'm disagreeing with you on that.
Very true. And he did try to go the 6 route to LA, but it was too late.
I mean, yeah, you're right. That's so true. Yeah, they had the whole situation. You're right.
Yeah, he tried, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, and Ant wrong for that one, by the way.
That was wild.
He's wrong for that.
That was wild.
Too funny. Man.
Great show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank everybody for tuning in. Whoa,
everybody in the comment section, thank you.
Yo, comments was litty today, bro.
Yo, they really were, man. CK brings the crowd.
Man, I appreciate you guys having me on, man. This is a lot of fun. I got to, pitch my Lonzo Ball piece to another spot. Talked about Space Jam. I love hearing opinions. Like I said, I love talking to Knicks fans because everyone feels something different. I love that.
In the chat, they asked about your Twitch. There you go. They asked about your Twitch. So
me and Coach, man, we're on the same wavelength.
Yo, so look, I stream 3 days a week, but this week it was just a crazy week because I knew I was coming out of town this week, so I wasn't able to stream this week. But I'm back on Monday, and mate, I'll be back on Monday. I'm sorry about this week, bro. I got you.
You heard it here first. And
this is your spot, man. Now that you've segued into that, tell the people where they can find your content, everything that you're doing. Bang.
Yeah, the floor is yours. Everyone knows I'm not a fan of this, but I'm CK. You can find me everywhere at CK2K. I got another NBA channel called CK Hoops. Like you just sent them on Twitch at IMCK. But more importantly to me, you follow these two very, very talented gentlemen, whether it be on Twitter, whether it be on YouTube. For this podcast right here, like that's most important to me. I love doing stuff like this with y'all. So make sure you go follow these guys. And if you're coming from me, you better be sticking around with these guys. That's all I'm saying.
Yo, my man, appreciate that for sure, dude. For sure. That's what's up. So with that being said, I appreciate both of you, my co-host, Coach, as always, CK. Again, it was a pleasure. Everybody that rocked with us, thank you. We will be back next week with another treat for y'all. And I ain't giving up the guest just yet. We'll come out with that in a couple of days. So stay tuned. Have a great weekend, and we out.
We out.